Hey, so there's a new Illaoi trailer thing, so we're gonna watch it. We might see some gameplay from her too, because I know people have been posting that, so we'll see, we'll see. There's that crazy yodel.
Life is motion, not
She gets blue. They're all green, now she gets blue and like Aztec-y. What the?
peace.
Alright, what'd she say?
Life is motion, not
Alright.
peace.
Right. Motion is what she likes. She looks way better. Her hair looks kind of crazy. Yeah, she like glowed red there, if I'm not mistaken. What was that? Does that mean armored? I'm assuming. Thing is huge. The ball is big. Ball popped up. Okay. They did say like they were kind of imagining her smacking people into the tentacle and then bouncing them back, but they're like bouncing them up. Oh shit! Here we go. Oh, it's like they're used once, right? Because one of them went away. You, like grappled them, kind of. What is happening? Oh, that's sick.
Hey everyone, I'm Caroline.
Oh, is that? I'm assuming that's how their character trailers like reveals will be, because you know it's like this game is gonna be 2025 game. They're gonna have to start actually releasing characters, right? I mean, not so soon. They still got a while, because this one there's been like more effort into the trailer here. I feel like, so maybe they're gonna be a little bit more fancy from here on out. Actually, like show things, you know.
Game designer on 2XKO, here to give you an update on
Still hate the name, by the way.
to our roster.
UI looks a little different. Is that just me? I think it just has their names. Is that what's different?
Who
Anyway,
overwhelms enemies
I'm like,
with
something's
pressure as
weird.
unyielding as her faith. She's all about landing big hits and dealing big damage. Then using tentacles to lock her opponent down and combo out of control. Her kit
Yeah,
revolves
so
around some
the problem with like translating from like a mobile game to a fighting game is like lingo gets kind of mixed up. So when she says lockdown, I think of, you know, the fighting game way of using it. In the little trailer that they showed us, it was mostly like combo ability, because they mostly like bounce people up. There was one that grabbed them, but then you're kind of like, are you actually grabbed? You know, like because if you just auto grabbed, then that's still like a combo tool. So is it like a lockdown tool, like actual lockdown tool, or is it mostly combo tool? That's what I want to know. If you don't know, if you're coming from like the league side of things, lockdown in a fighting game basically means like it's like something that just makes you keep blocking, right? This is good because, you know, it buys you time to like jump in and like do stuff, right? That's how that works. There's like other ones that they're like more intense, especially from like puppet characters. But not that Illaoi is a puppet character. We talked about that when they first talked about her, but whatever.
First,
I want to see more about the
any of her
tentacles,
S2
because
specials to spot a tentacle.
they sit here, but then like
she
then
can
what?
use any of her specials to trigger a tentacle follow-up attack, as
It
long
was
as her opponent is within that tentacle
yeah,
splash
that was
zone.
kind of lockdown. It was kind of lockdown, but like barely. You know, like you had to block like two
Even
things.
if her opponent isn't in range, Illaoi can use certain moves
I mean, I guess
to
it's
teleport
enough. She did
the
run
nearest
in.
tentacle to them. She can also use Prayer of Motion or Prayer in Stagnation to activate tentacles from a distance.
So that's a grab. That's straight up
While
a grab,
tentacles are
because
an
he
important
was
part of
blocking.
Illaoi's kit, she's not a puppet character.
Yeah.
We didn't want it to feel like her
We
tentacles
mentioned
were
that
doing
before.
all the fighting for her. Instead, they're like rewards that Illaoi can earn by playing well. It means always staying in motion and taking smart risks to take control of the game.
What the fuck was that?
Always staying in motion and taking smart risks to take control of the game.
She drinking out of it? That shit doesn't happen in League. I don't know what that is. What's that all about, huh?
Illaoi can also lose tentacles if her opponent hits them.
You just smack
In
them?
which
Yeah.
case, Illaoi can still
Makes
do
sense.
big damage, but she does lose access to some of her strongest neutral options.
He glowed red
This
again
means
in
she'll have to
midair
take
there.
more risks
Ooh,
and
purple. What the
access
fuck?
to some of her strongest
Oh, is that
neutral
Echo
options.
coming in?
This means
Her water stuff is like so busy. It covers a lot of the screen, which is good for her because she can like hide Echo in the background.
there was a lot of debate around how tentacles should work.
Mhm.
Should they be a
I heard
true
they were,
extension of Illaoi? Should they be completely independent of her? Both of these
Aegis?
options felt very sink or swim, so we opted for a more balanced route where Illaoi can activate tentacles without making direct contact with an opponent, but that opponent still has counterplay against them.
What they seem to be doing with her, with the tentacles where you just smack them once, that's like a pretty safe bet. You see those things kind of often. Like what Vayne just came out in Grand Blue Versus. He puts out like the shield, and that kind of takes. It's like the same idea. You hit it once and it's gone. Although that one doesn't like threaten you. That one is like just the shield, so that one's a little weird. Usually they like it's a thing you want to hit. You know, in Vane's case, you know the shield is just an annoyance. It's not like whatever. You get what I'm saying, I think.
Her S2 super, Wrath of Nagakeboros, summons giant tentacles that smack the ground around them.
She said S2 super. Oh, it's just second special. It's 2 level 1 supers. Okay, I was about to say like, didn't they just have level 1 and level 2 supers? But yeah, they have 2 level 1
Her
supers.
S2 super,
Gotcha,
Wrath
gotcha,
of
gotcha.
Nagakeboros, summons giant tentacles that smack the ground
Also notice there's a meter down there, which looks cool
around
too.
them.
But
It also turns any tentacles that were already active into giant tentacles and leaves
That's
one
just for the
behind
super then?
after it ends.
yeah, because
It can be
tentacles
an
are just out.
extremely impressive move, but if Illaoi or her duo is hit at any point during the super, her tentacles will disappear. So
Or her
it's
duo.
safest to use against an opponent who's knocked down. Finally, Illaoi's ultimate, Test of Spirit, sends her opponent's soul to the depths,
Oh, they're calling it ultimate. God damn
where
it.
they'll come face to face with Nagakeboros. We love the
I don't
idea
think they've ever shown Nagakaboros, by the way. We just knew it was like a big fuck.
of Illaoi smacking
It looks cool, but then there's like teeth. I'm like, I mean, what else is a fish thing gonna do, right?
spirit out of her opponent and beating it up as an homage to her kid in League. It's also invincible on startup, making it a powerful
Hey.
reversal.
She's saying it like it's a feature. There's like a ton, like invincible supers are like every fucking where. So I mean, that's another thing that quirk of like translating one genre of games to another. It's stuff like that, you know, like they have to sell you like this is why it's cool. And in fighting games, it's like yeah, it's a super.
Illaoi is pretty capable on her own, but her powerful assists make her an equally formidable tag partner.
Yeah, what's her assist? I don't think they ever talked about like a character's assist, did they?
Her back assist
Cool crab, by the way.
is a long-range tentacle strike, same as her S1 special.
That's pretty fucking far. That's like full screen, dude. What the fuck?
Her back assist is a long-range tentacle.
Yeah, it jumps out there.
If there's already a tentacle in range of her opponent, it'll perform its usual follow-up attack. Illaoi's forward assist already a tentacle in range of her opponent, it'll perform
Okay.
its usual follow-up attack.
It's weird. That's weird that they just kind of stay out. Although I guess that makes sense. That's what happens in League, but weird. Also, Ari's making a face here. I don't think that's her face that she had before.
On its own,
Looks
the
like they're really
assist is great
polishing,
for
I think.
controlling mid-range, but using handshake tag immediately afterwards lets Illaoi swap in and use the tentacle she just created to keep the pressure on.
Makes
When she's
sense.
not on screen,
So then she's more of like a point character. Then you'd want her to get out tentacles and then switch her out, I guess. They haven't been mentioning whole like team dynamic. They mentioned, you know, like your partners and stuff, but like point and battery characters or whatever you want to call it, secondary characters. They didn't really talk about like that dynamic in the team when you're playing. Like even if you're playing solo, you have to think about that shit, right? So I guess this could be a good time to introduce that to League fans. For those that don't know, let's assume you're playing alone. You got 2 characters to mess around with. One of them has to start the round, right? One of them's out there to begin with. That's what's called your point character. Generally, the one out front is point. Even if you switch the characters, the new one that's out front is still called your point character now, right? They just change points. They also call point character like the one you start with, and those characters usually either you know, they do things. So generally what makes for a good point character is stuff like they can get like good damage combos or good setup without much meter, really. So even at 0 meter or like 1 meter, they're still like pretty useful. Or they're a character that builds meter easily and then they can just swap out and then the second character can use meter. That's usually kind of what makes a good point character. And then the other one will be called like a battery or like an anchor, because they're like the solid one that you know, they call the battery or an anchor because they need the juice and then they're gonna spend it all and they're gonna be the heavy hitter. So that's kind of the dynamics here. There's a point and the battery. Illaoi seems more like a point character because she wants to have tentacles out. They can be used when you tag her out and then tag her back in. She can do shit. So that might be a reason why you'd want to do that. Because I mean, if her assists make some too, then you'd have to like get to assists. I don't know. I think she seems more like a point character, but this would be a good time to talk about it. I don't think they're gonna do it, but this would be cool. Maybe they don't have like a set like this as a battery character, and maybe when they introduce like a battery character or anchor, they're gonna really talk about that. But they might just not do it. But they should. Huge side tangent. Anyway, let's just keep going.
when she's not on screen, Illaoi's tentacles stick around to offer her teammates an extra offensive support.
I wonder if those tentacles. Oh shit, yeah. So even teammates can use the tentacles. Then I don't. fucking know. Maybe they just want every character to be like all-rounder, point and battery, whatever. I wonder if they're on a timer. I mean, I know you can smack them to get rid of them, but are they just up forever if you don't do anything? Because in the league, they're on a timer, so like a soft timer, kind of. And I think if Illaoi goes away, they go away faster? I forget. I haven't played League in a while. I'm a bit rusty.
Even when she's KO'd, Illaoi can use Last Stand to activate Wrath of Nagakeboros and send the opponent to Tentacle City.
Even when she's KO'd, she could
When
just be
choosing a
thrown
tag
out there.
partner for
Okay.
Illaoi, Illaoi's ideal tag partner is someone with strong neutral and high mobility who can make space for Illaoi to engage.
That's cool. So they are talking about the dynamic, not the dynamic I was talking about, but they are talking about like synergy and stuff. That's cool. That's cool.
Ari is a prime example. Her speed and long range allow her to catch opponents that Illaoi can't always pin down. Her assists also help Illaoi extend combos or convert a defensive tag
The timing. You saw that?
pin down. Her assists
You might
also
see like
help
good players do this, not me. You see a character just kind of fuck around like this, an Echo's knocked down, right? If you see my other videos, you would know when you get knocked down in a fighting game, the only thing you can really do is stand back up. And so the opponent that knocked you down, they have like freedom to do whatever they want. If they want to back up, they can do it. If they want to jump over you, they could do it. If they want to just run at you, they could do it. What Illaoi chooses to do with her knockdown, shut up. What Illaoi's choosing to do is she's gonna hit you with some bullshit and she's gonna time it, right? This Illaoi player has practiced and they know like the setup. So she does attack, and she knows like the instant that second attack is up, she jumps in. And then she does some bullshit. And there you go. It's like pretty hard to like react to unless you know the setup. Then you're like, oh shit, they're gonna do the thing. But yeah, stuff like that's cool. It's cool that they're showing it. They're not gonna talk about it, obviously, but I am.
Again, Illaoi
Yeah.
will be a
Her face has facial features. Oh my god. She's like a human. She's moving around. Her lips move and she's expressing herself. So yeah, that's cool. They're finally like touching things up, which I'd expect to. Because I believe last trailer, they showed off this background characters, but then the main characters were like still pretty plain. Like Echo's face is still a little like PNG-ish. It like doesn't look like it's gonna move. Illaoi's does. It's like, oh cool. She's like actually expressive. Because I was questioning a little bit like, how like low budget is this game? Their website doesn't show many like slots for characters, and then the characters look like that, right? Like, but no, they're clean. Obviously, they're cleaning things up. Like I knew it was gonna happen. I just didn't know how much.
Thanks for watching and see you next time.
That's cool. This is much more of like the kind of trailers I expected from them. This is good. This is good. I think it's still early. I think they would need more characters to like bounce off each other, like how they did with Illaoi and Ari. So it's cool when they bring up more. Yeah, this is a pretty nice breakdown. I like this. Right, this trailer's a little weird because they've already announced Illaoi before, so we already knew it was coming. So they said it like it's a reveal trailer, as if this is news, you know what I mean? Like when another fighting game is coming out, they'll show off like, here's the new character, and then you get hyped because it's like, oh shit, this guy's a new character, or oh, they're bringing back this guy, right? Or like, oh, the new design on the old guy, whatever. But this one it's Illaoi. We knew she was coming. This isn't exactly a reveal trailer, although yeah, obviously they're showing us a lot more than before. But I'm just wondering, is this like a reveal character, as in we're revealing the work we've done on Illaoi, or this is the character, we're gonna start doing this shit now and I expect more to come? I would like to know the answer to that question, but I'm happy with what I got. Usually on these, I feel like on the 2xKO videos, I'm like one of the more negative people because everyone else is like, oh, this is sick, and I'm like, wow, more. But I'm happy with this trailer. This one was good. That being said, I am gonna look for more. I'm gonna look for some gameplay videos because yeah, Majin Obama. I kept seeing like he's gonna play or he's played. I believe this is the one where he talks, but I think he made a video where he just straight up plays. I'm gonna look for that video. Okay, here's a video. This is Majin Obama. If you're coming from the league side or whatever, Majin Obama is sick. You should subscribe to him. He's what we call a fighting game boomer. He's kind of old school, but he's like a cool boomer. No, but yeah, Majin's sick. He does like a lot of good stuff for the community, and he's funny. He's funny as fuck. I'm gonna steal his stuff here. There was another video where a video or two actually pros are playing or whatever, but I'm not gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch the devs because the devs like know shit, right? It's still no Jinx. They showed off Jinx and then they took it away and they didn't say anything about it, I don't think, which is slightly suspicious to me, but you know. So this is one thing that was interesting. In Marvel vs. Capcom, they actually let you move during this time. And normally the thing to do is just walk forward and they just meet here. And then things are like immediately chaotic. But in this one, they're like, we're just going to have you sit still for a second. Okay. I'm kind of going to watch everything, but obviously Illaoi is like the star player, right? I wish they told you who on the dev team was playing. There's some known fighting game people on the dev team, and like, I would like to see who it is. Whatever. That's so cool. Basically what I'm getting from this trailer so far. Like the weakest death sound I've ever heard. Oh, like pauses when they come in. That's a little weird. I don't know if I like that, but I mean, what that does is it prevents like mix, right? Because there's a lot of games like BB Tag and like Skullgirls. When this happens, a new character comes in, the Yasuo would be normally in these other games. He'd be like looking around, like, oh, we're gonna set some bullshit up on your incoming. But in this game, they kind of give you a break and they just like coming in, and it's kind of like a mini round start situation here. It's not like immediate mix, at least on first blush. Like that's what it looks like. But anyway, we're gonna move on. Which is kind of cool. I think it's cool that they're trying it at least. The wind wall just blocked her punch. That's a hit spark. Yeah, so it's not hit. Was he? A little red health. No, he's had it. I have questions about wind wall. Does it? Hmm? This is a fairly long combo for not having a assist. I mean, I'm not against that, obviously. Whoa. That was a little. What the? So this, I found that this tag was weird because like Yasuo's way back there. What the fuck is he gonna do? And then he does this, and the slash shows up way over there. I didn't expect that because I've seen this little move in the Yasuo trailer, and he did it in the air, like right in front of him. I was like, what the fuck is Yasuo gonna do from across the screen? And this, apparently, I'm like, holy shit. Anyway, this little thing I noticed. Oh, is this gonna be? Yeah, so it is just Majin Obama because I just noticed the names. Both his characters have P1, so he's one dude, and then Echo and Yasuo have P2, P3. So yeah, it's 2v1. That's cool. I didn't pay attention to the beginning. I know they select the characters shit, but I wasn't watching. I was like talking. I still think it's so weird that you can like you get your burst when the character is dead. Like this is visually fucked. If you've killed Illaoi and then she's like, I'm back for 2 seconds. This is so weird. I don't know. That's why it's just weird having your dead assist character be tied to your burst. Like, I mean, you know, BB Tag did it, I guess. Because you don't get a burst, you get like a save from a teammate. But it's like a shitty burst. Whatever. It is so visually weird. That's how you use handshake tag, by the way, sort of. Pressure, I'm attacking. That big move is like, oh shit, I'm done attacking. And then you handshake tag, and you're like, now I'm attacking. Now the new one's attacking. You just keep going and going and going. That's like, you build pressure like that. It's sick. So you do it. Ideally, you're like fishing for a hit. But even if you don't get a hit, they're blocking and it chips them away. So you do it. It's good. Tag, yeah. I'm like, you have him a sandwich. I want to talk about sandwiches real fast since we made one. Yasuo jumps in. He's an assist. It says assist. That's cool. They added this. This is new. Yasuo's here. The point character is here. Assist here. Opponent is in the middle. This is what's known as a sandwich situation. This is really weird because this is a thing in BB Tag, and like no other game really cares about this too much. There's times where you can do something like this, but like BB Tag is really common. I'm pretty sure you'd never hear anyone else talk about it, because if you play like Marvel or something, they're like, oh, the sandwich. But you hear it a lot in BB Tag. So in fighting games, obviously there's like different positions on the screen or like the stage. If your back is against the corner, that's like a very bad position because you can't like backdash or You can backdash, but you can't like move back when you backdash, and you can't jump back. It limits you, and it's bad. So you have to fight your way out. People say like corner is death in fighting games. Getting stuck in the corner in a fighting game is kind of like getting spawn camped in like a shooter game. You spawn and you die, and then you spawn and then you die, and you spawn and you die. That's what a corner is like. Oh, it's like, oh, you're getting hit, and then there's like a little small opening, and then you try to escape, and then you get smacked, and like the blocking, and then you keep, and it just keeps going. That's typically like the situation you want to put your opponent in other fighting games. Obviously, like there's character specific shit you can do. However, in BB Tag, the corner is still great. It's awesome. You want to put them there, but also you want to get this situation, the sandwich situation, because BB Tag has active switch, which is essentially the handshake tag, basically the same mechanic. This is a fucked up scenario where you have to like block left and right, up and down at the same time. It's a 4-way mix up. Obviously, it's either stand block this way, crouch block this way, stand block that way, crouch block that way. And then Yasuo being so close, he can also like grab. So it's like fucked. 4-way mix ups are not unheard of. You can see them in other games. But usually they're like character specific. They like need meter or like some other resource or like some bullshit, right? So like I know for a fact Tian in like Dragon Ball Fighter Z, another tag game, Tian alone can do that shit even without tags and stuff. You need a meter to do the thing, and then you're gonna try to get a hit. But then even when you get it, you're gonna want to spend meter for damage. So it actually kind of costs a lot of meter. But in games like BB Tag or like 2XKO, you can just do this shit. Yasuo assist just sends him across, and then you're just instantly in a sandwich, and you're like, fuck. I have to deal with this bullshit ass hit, send him towards Echo. Anytime he could just choose handshake, or fucking Yasuo can do overhead from who knows how far. You're like high, low, fuck, left, right, and then grab, and you're like, fuck. That's like the stress of dealing with active switch, or in this game, handshake tag. So like this is fucked up stuff, dude. This is the mix people are talking about. Everyone's talking about like, oh, is this game gonna have mix? Like, yes. This game's gonna have mix. This is the mix that they're talking about. There's a couple of people on the 2XKO Reddit that are like, oh, if I want to get into this game, what game should I play that's currently out? A lot of people are saying Marvel. It's Marvel. It's Marvel. I'm saying BB Tag because of this shit. BB Tag is the only game that can like really put you in the mindset of like make a sandwich and like fuck their shit up. I would really recommend. Obviously, Marvel still great. Battle for the Grid still great, but like BB Tag is like, this is fucking it, dude. This is a core mechanic in both games, and like, at least the fucked up shit like that. And like, it's constant. You're constantly gonna be dealing with this shit against like competent players. This is like what you want to do. And who knows if you can combo off these grabs. I don't know. But yeah, it's fun. Crazy is fun. So yeah, it's bad. Like, it's actually negative, but like, it's like, fuck, I have to deal with this shit. That's so weird. I could just like, I'm back. They have Last Stand, which is another super, right? Which is that? That's super. Yeah, it's still so weird. I feel like that's going to get visually confusing to players that aren't used to looking at the meters. When you're new to a game, you're not seeing a lot of things on the screen, even though they're like blatantly like, oh, look at that, right? You're not going to see it. Even though they confirm like, oh, the player or one character's dead, the game's going to happen and they're going to forget. And then when they kill like Last Stand or whatever, they're like, oh shit, what the fuck? I still have another character to kill? But they're not. It's just like the ghost of a character. Shit like that is a little weird and rough, and they could have cleaned it up, but I guess they're kind of committed. I think it's just happening, dude. Where's the roll? Did they talk about having rolls? You got smacked Illaoi back roll there. She's white, she's invincible. I don't know if they mentioned rolls, but rolls are cool. Different ways to get off the ground is cool. And Yasuo kind of abused it against her, by the way. Typically, when you fall, you kind of just stand back up, or you stand up fast, right? It's like a little part of defense of like, am I gonna get up sooner or later, right? But some games decide to do rolls and stuff. Rolls obviously change your positioning, but it's like slower and stuff. Sometimes they can abuse it. Like here, Yasuo actually crossed on the other side and then went low. It's a mix. It's a little bit of a mix. But yeah, cool gameplay because, yeah, wake up. He's like missing voice lines. Is Illaoi's art not finished? It looks like sketchy. You see that? I just noticed she's like sketchy, and these are like 3D modeled. A lot of people, I think, they don't really know how game development works. Not that I've developed a game or anything, but typically when they show you something, it's like they just finished the thing. I think this is kind of proof of it. So when they say, 2025 release date, it's looking like late 2025. Yeah, I think I'm gonna quit it now because 3 reasons. One, it is my bedtime. I have to go to sleep at work in the morning. 2, they played a set basically, and that's the end of the set. So yeah. And 3, I don't want to steal Majin Obama's content. I don't want him coming after me. So yeah, I'm done. Subscribe to Majin Obama. He's cool. I'm subscribed to him. This is my YouTube channel is like my secondary channel. I have another channel. I'm subscribed to him. Okay. I'll fucking do it. I'll do it again. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got some insight into the game or fighting games or just had fun. Yeah, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to Majin Obama. Subscribe to me if you want more of this bullshit and other bullshit. That's it. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.